त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनात् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात्। ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनात् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात्।
Ashram life is a simple life, but a very interesting. It gives you a lot of time to self-reflect and kind of look inside internally. The only surprise I said I would have is actually the schedule. I thought it'd be more time for solitude, but even the schedule, it's so compact because there's so much to learn and so much to do. But the ashram life is extremely helpful for me, mentally and physically. From early wake up and having different things to do throughout the day, there was a little bit of adjustment, which was a great adjustment, but the things that you're doing is more for a positive balance though. So essentially, yeah, you're getting more out of it as opposed to when you're waking up at home and going to work, or you're going to the next job, or you have this responsibility. So it's a lot of stuff that help you to internalize certain things about yourself. While we have, asana, it's yoga nidra, mantras. These are a lot of time where you're sitting down. There's a lot of self-reflection in those different practices.
Getting up at 5, go to bed at 10:30 if you're lucky. Working all the time, but it's great. The lecture's really good. Absolutely first class. I could never ask for anything better. We've got several doctors on the team. They're very well qualified guys. The yoga, just about right. About 3.5 to 4 hours a day. And then of course there's the karma yoga, sweeping up and all the rest, all part of life. Food is brilliant. Very varied, very good. Any downsides? Well, got the trots for a few days, but sorted now, so no problems.
I find the ashram life is like a wave. Some day it's up and some day it's down. The first day I arrived here is quite tough. Like first day I entered to the room, we have to share the room with 4 people, with 3 people including me is 4. When I arrived, I said, I have to be here for 1 month without knowing anyone. I just say that.
Not knowing anyone, yoga for me, I just have an experience of 1 year. When I came, I found that many people knew very much about yoga already. And I thought, well, maybe this is not for me, I don't know, I'm just beginning, I'm just starting. But then it's so amazing, all the classes, the people here, the teachers, the people that work here. The place has a so amazing energy, you can feel it. We just listen to the birds, nothing else.
For me, coming from New York City, very stimulated, condensed city, where you actually don't get a chance to be with nature, you don't get a chance to even think because everything is just so fast-paced, the energy is so fast. I would definitely recommend, people come to the ashram to, self-reflect and just, build that personal power.
If we work with our emotions in our country, if we like to do that, here we have really to be alone, to listen to our heart. It's more deep, it's going more deep.
That's one of the wonderful things about the ashram is it does get under your skin here, and during your month here you'll love it so much and you'll hate it so much, and you'll want to never leave and you'll want to leave that day. It really gets under your skin and it brings up so many emotions and so much, but it's also really nice to know that at the end of it you can always come back and volunteer.
The thing about here is that you explore a wide good asanas you never do, and you have to do them, and you kind of discover you develop more strength in certain areas that you have never touched before. And it's very like pedagogic, you know, in the sense that they teach you how to do this stuff, not like a normal asana class.
Slow and steady asanas kind of suit my body better than fast and hard and you know, intense asanas. I find them to be a lot better for my body. There's not so high impact. I've been here for a month now and I haven't had a single injury. Especially as I'm getting older, I'm noticing that my body is not as flexible as I was when I was younger, or I would get an injury a lot easier than I used to when I was younger. So I think that's why for me this style suits me, is I'm not pushing my body too hard.
Usually back home, like stuff for being physical, my mindset is to be powerful. So it's really interesting and cool to be able to see that my body can move in a different way, and kind of like to be more fluid, and I don't want to use the word gentle because it's not gentle, but you know, steady.
I used to do ashtanga, and before that Iyengar yoga, and this is a more traditional way. In fact, I think it's the better way, really, to be honest with you. It's more in-depth, more focused. We get a more rounded practice, do far more different types of asana than I've ever done before, and we get to know exactly what it's about, what the benefits are, the downsides, the do's, the don'ts, and all that. And we're learning pranayama, we're learning cleansing techniques. All of these things you very rarely get in a Western school.
What I've realized is that asana focus more on the internal, not on the external, which is something that we actually want to get away from when we think about health. And everything actually really starts from within.
And even though since then my practice has come and it's gone, it's been really, there's been times when I've been able to maintain it really well, and then when I was pregnant it has obviously had to change, and now that I have a child I don't get so much time to practice asana, but I found that the core muscle strength that I developed has never gone.
Another thing is, I know that the yoga is about physical, it's more about the flexibility, but here I learned to have flexibility not only in the body, it's in my mind. I have less condition, I have flexible for so many things, because you have to live with four friends in a room, and sometimes they do something that you don't like, but you have to say, never mind, never mind. So I have trained my mind to be more flexible, not only my body.
Asana for me sometimes is boring. You know, it's
Sometimes boring?
Yeah, sometimes. Yes, but
Because it's easy for you?
yeah, sometimes it's easy and you know it's more shavasana.
I agree with Noor that we have quite a lot of shavasana to rest, because normally when we go to the yoga class, it's only one time at the end of the practice, which is, I don't know, for my opinion, I don't want to rest so much during the practice.
I don't want to practice for next asana.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
especially
it's some,
in the morning.
yeah, right, sometimes.
Oh, it's so hard, your body's so stiff.
Sometimes.
And yes, if you practice yoga a lot of time, yeah, sometimes it's easy and you wait for more hard, but I think it's good for this good. And during the month, you improve and you feel has you improve.
Yes, we did easy or simple asanas repetitively. Every day we did the same asanas. But we learned here that it's not about necessarily the asana that you're doing, it's being steady and comfortable. And to achieve that, we have to do it all the time and start at the ground level. To experience the asana as a meditation, as what it's intended for, and to get the full effect. If we do a twist, we're not going to get the effect in 15 seconds, we're going to get it in 5 minutes or 15 minutes, however long we're supposed to be holding it for. And at times I felt frustrated, especially in the mornings, like, okay, I want to learn something new. Why are we learning something new? Why did I come to this place and I'm not learning something new? But then you get over that and you feel like it's okay. Just come back down and just know that you are getting stronger. You're becoming more into your body by holding the posture and achieving its purpose.
It is the time of the day when I have the best chance to be internal, I think. It makes me think about yoga more. I've been thinking a lot about karma yoga, about non-attachment to the fruit of one's actions when I'm picking up leaves off the sidewalk with my hands, knowing that the rain is going to come again and knock them all down. I quite like it. It makes me feel really peaceful.
Work selflessly, work for others, and get the pleasure. It is also giving so much pleasure, and without expecting any rewards or awards or benefits, working for others.
It's more about our realization that we can do Karma Yoga to anyone, anytime. And what we got from that is just pure happiness. I mean, we don't need to have something or gain something for ourselves, but I think it's more happy to see someone else happy when they get something that they never have.
For me, it's the time literally accepting and going more back into myself and thinking. Sometimes I get angry with something, like doing some stuff, and like I started at the third day. Second day I was working at this place, I don't want to say, whatever. And I said, actually to you, I hope I never do this until the end of the time I spend in here. And the day after it came again, and then something broke for that moment. I felt literally very happy, and like, but after it took some time.
The importance of the karma yoga here is that it becomes a habit after doing it every day. And now when I go back home now, it's very important that I implement that into my practice outside of asana or pranayama.
I think selfless is really difficult to maintain because by attempting to be selfless, you're not being selfless. By attempting to be someone who wants to help other people and wants to always be giving, you're putting an expectation on that. So you're taking the selflessness away. I guess it's important to want to keep it going, but it's important to also not put expectations on that because it makes it more difficult to continue and maybe change the purpose of it a little bit.
Everything in the present, do your best, and you don't worry about the past and the future. You don't care that you're going to get something in return when you do the karma yoga. And it teaches you how to learn to live in the present, and you have conscious with what you do.
The only thing might be different is that it's a scheduled karma yoga, and I mean I like it. The only thing I would find it difficult is like after doing asanas and pranayama, then doing karma yoga, it sometimes takes a toll on my back. But for the most part, I like karma yoga. I mean, it's always good to bless others, and that's how you remain blessed. So I love it.
I don't know, we all came together, and when you hear all these voices, we're emitting all this energy into the flame or whatever it may be, into this sacred room, and it's so healing. It feels really good and safe to be in there. It's really nice to feel the vibration, which is what it is ultimately. And it's a connection, and
you feel really connected during the mantras. You really feel connected with each other, with the room, the energy. It feels good to do the mantras. Sometimes it's funny to hear. Sometimes it's really funny, but most of the time it's just very positive to do the mantras.
It makes me grounded to myself, and also makes me like more spiritually connected to myself and with the environment, with the like God. I just think that actually it really has something to do with the willpower. Like, if you have strong willpower to the other person that you pray for, that you do mantra for, then the other person receives that energy, and then it's all about that makes them recover from the sickness. So far it has a very good effect on me.
And it's very good because it disconnects you from whatever you do for all the day. And I feel very powerful. I feel the same like Grace said, a lot of vibration, and a lot of energy moving around in the room. It's not only in our group. I think it's since how many groups that they are coming here and study. I think all the energy is lived there and it's all echo the energy around, and I feel very good after that.
It's really a meaningful trip for us to be there and to see how their lives are, how they are living there. So, okay, we all know there's really poor people over there, but we didn't expect to see something, like really poor, and a lot of children, obviously, that many of them don't go to school. Anyway, I think that the thing that we bring there is not enough, definitely not enough. And probably, I don't know, in the future, but maybe we can set up some school or something that there's some volunteer to be there as a teacher, because the student there, the children there, they really are innocent and really feel like welcoming everything that coming to their life, and I think that we can do something that can give a lot more to the society through them.
You see all those people, they're very poor, but the environment was so rich. Sometimes you forget that these people are so poor because they were also very happy. You just give one little thing and they are so happy, or only taking a picture of them makes them already also very happy. It also learned me that you don't need a lot to be happy. You can also be happy with very small things.
A little candy made me cry. Just a candy. For me, I can anytime if I need, but for them.
Something simple we can learn from them.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a great experience, and anyone out there who's watching this, okay, trust me, it's worth it. It's hard at times, but it's worth it.
We're really taken care of here, it's not easy to be in India, and the fact that we're so many people from different places, and we do fall sick, right? I mean, right now it's the monsoon season, so we do get upset somehow, either physically, emotionally or something, and we can always talk to people here and they're more than happy to help us.
Like I said too, I know that it's not 1 month that, but I feel so bad, so good, Chris. And in the beginning, when I came, I was more looking to others, what the others were doing, and progressively, I'm more looking to me, what I'm doing, I don't care, it's me. Not in the sense of ego, in the sense, no, to be a better person, and being a better person can help others to be better too, and the mother nature.
Each time is the most important time in yourself, because this is actually for you. When you're other places, your time is spread for everyone else.
I got my energy back, which I lost by traveling to other countries, living in the city.
The most challenging thing is having a bit of quiet time for myself, and we hardly just have that to sleep.
A month of no chili, no garlic, no onions. For me, I find that quite difficult. The accent is something that I think most people might have a bit of issues with. That would probably be one of the hardest part about those lectures, actually, is not wrapping your head around the philosophical aspect of it, but just trying to understand an accent.
I never imagined that the curse was so full. In another way, now that it's finished, I think that is good to be like that, because if we have more time, maybe it was more difficult to balance all these emotions, and if we find ourselves more time alone, you understand, maybe it's good to be like this, and this join us more with people, because we are always together. And
I guess being here for almost 3 months, it really it became home in a way. This was where I felt the most balanced and the happiest and the fittest and just the most, balanced is the right word, physically, spiritually, energetically. I just felt so at peace.
Tato na mata na bandhur na data na putro na putri na vrutyo na bharta na jaya na vidya na vrittir mama gatistvam tvameka bhavani.
There's so much you can learn from just being here, even if you're not studying. You just learn so much about yourself.
I came really for yoga, of course, but I came for me to try to find the balance in my head, in my thoughts, in my emotions.
Prabadha sada gatistvam tvameka bhavani na janami da.
Because of this place, I will be furthering my practice in asanas, pranayama, and cleansing technique. And these are all the different things that you may not be, especially living in the West, that you identify yoga with just a posture when there's so much more to that, the lifestyle and the diet. It was very important for them to implement all the different entities of yoga for us that one day we can share with the world.
I understand here that living in the ashram is all about that. We have to help each other.
Layam va kadachit na janami bhaktim vratam vapi matar gatistvam tvameka bhavani.